Hey guys, welcome to the third video of our classic slidey pencil box series. And today we are going to look at how to turn this pencil box into a slightly more complex engineering drawing or an orthogonal drawing than the desk tidy one we did a few weeks ago. Right, so as you can see, we have two pages here. One's got our pencil box as a whole. So we got our front, top and side views with an isometric view. And the next one shows our parts individually. Right, now the parts only have two views showing per part. That's because it's not really necessary to put the top view of these things because you can see it up here. So you kind of have an idea what it's supposed to look like, but all the relevant information regarding dimensions is already here. Here we got our thickness and everything there. You'll also notice that the scale in this page is 1:3. Okay, so it's a third of the size. And the scale here, the sheet scale is 1:2, which means these are all 1:2, but the base and the lids are 1:3. I've done that because if not, it would have been quite a tight fit to do the base and the lid in the page scale of 1:2 of half size. Wouldn't quite fit there, or it would look a little untidy. Okay, now this is not recommended that you change scales within the page, but it's either this or do the whole thing in an A3 page, and you can't print it at home if you wanted to, right? But if we were doing this in school, we'll do it in A3, and we'll use the printers to print in A3. Not a lot of you have A3 printers at home. I don't. Anyway, so let's get on with it, shall we? Another thing I want to tell you is I'm not running in full screen today because I found that the more complex the drawing gets, when I say drawing, I mean actual orthogonal drawing. This is a model. The more complex an actual drawing gets, the slower that Safari and the Mac runs. So we're running it in a windowed desktop. Okay, cool. Let's get on with it. So, you've done this before. I'm going to, like I said before, just going to keep going. If you do miss some instructions or whatever I've done, pause it, rewind, rewatch it, and you'll probably get it, okay? Be going a bit faster than the first engineering drawing video I did. Okay, so here we go. New element, create a drawing, custom template, ISO, millimeters, always third angle, do not include a border, and okay. There we go, we are here. Get rid of that and that. Quick sort of a familiarization with Workspace again, which I didn't tell you in the last video that we did regarding the drawings, is that on the right here, you got this spanner. It says Drawing Properties. If you click that, you're going to open this tab that has all the drawing properties. So you got your units and precision there. You got your dimensions, annotations, yep, and views, etc., etc. So we'll use this accordingly. I'll show you what these do, but I encourage you to just have a play with it. It's the best way to kind of learn this kind of software, really. Anyway, so that's the drawing properties. And on the left, you're going to the Sheets tab. So if you open that, you'll see it says Sheets, says one sheet, because we've only got one so far. By the end, we'll have two sheets. Okay, and every time we put a view in here, it'll populate this. So we can edit views like so as well, right? So let's jump in. Okay, so you probably noticed that the fan is running quite high. I don't know if the mic's picking it up, but it is, which means the computer's working quite hard. So it's going to lag a bit, which yours might as well. So just, just take it really slow, right? And we're going to insert a view now. Sorry. There we go. Click Insert View. We want to insert the pencil box here. Insert. You'll notice that the actual pencil box isn't here, but it's broken up into little pieces. To select the pencil box, you'll have to pick Part Studios over here. Click that button and you'll see that it pops up. Now sometimes the little icon wouldn't show based on, performance of your laptops or computers and the web page and what's happening over there. Don't worry, if it says Part Studio 1, just click it and you'll see that there it is at the front of your pencil box. We have to change the scale to 1:3, so a third of the size, which means 1 millimeter on this sheet equals 3 millimeters in real life. So click the front, click and release by the way, and up, there we go, the top. So if we made this any bigger, it would spill out the borders, and we don't want that. We want all our information in the sheet to remain within the border, just like you would in an exercise book. Right, we're still in projector view, so click that and bring it out to the right side, which will show us the right side. Still in projector view, click and drag up here, which will give us the isometric view. Okay, so we got our front, top, and right and isometric. I'm going to reformat this and add dimensions later. Let's first work on bringing all the parts in and then doing dimensions, then formatting it. So escape to get out of that. Click on the Sheets tab. Now you'll see we've got front, top, right, and isometric. So yeah, go Sheet 1. Create a new sheet. You can see here it says Insert Sheet. Click Insert Sheet. And you've got Sheet 2. Okay. Now to scroll back to Sheet 1, you'll notice that using the scroll wheel like you would in a PDF or a word processor doesn't work. So what you'll have to do is double click Sheet 1 and Sheet 1 comes up. Go back to Sheet 2, double click Sheet 2, Sheet 2 comes up. Okay, fairly simple. So single clicking it's not going to do anything. Double click Sheet 1, double click on this one, back to Sheet 2. All right, now that that's done, let's work on getting the parts. Looking at the drawing I've done before, you'll see we've got the side, front, back, and handle, and you'd say, hang on, you're missing a part here. Yes, that's because the side is essentially the same part, left and right side. So we're going to save some space and time by saying we need 2 of these. Right, that's why I've gone ahead and annotated these. Okay, so side, front, back, and handle. Let's go and bring them in. So back to Insert View. We're going to go with 1 to 2 for this sheet. Okay, and Insert. We're back in the parts. So side. This is this left side, but that's okay. And front view. So we're watching it from the left. There we go. And bring out that side view. So just pull the mouse to the side. There we go. Right. Okay. That's done there. Escape. That's the side. Okay. New part again. Sorry. Insert view again. Insert. Let's go for the front. Now, you notice that in the front, the image is just showing a plain rectangle. That's because we are looking at the front of the front part, where all the detail, the rebate at the bottom is at the back of the front part. So we want to see the back of it, which means we've got to go to View Orientation over here, click down, and click on Back, and you'll notice that that rebate's popped up, right? So click that, and go to the left a bit, and you get the side view of the front part. New view, insert view. We're going to do this for all the parts now. Insert, let's go for the back. Okay, back's fine because the front of the back face or the back part shows the details. So the main thing we're concerned about here is showing the detail, because we need to dimension it so that when you give this drawing to someone to manufacture, they can get on with it and just do it. Right, that's the side there. And the last solid timber part that we need to do is the handle. Now the handle doesn't matter which, if you look at the front or the back, because it's just a basic sort of extruded rectangle, isn't it? Right, there we go. And bring it there. Okay. We'll line this all up nicely after we've started dimensioning it. Okay, for the lid. Oops, wrong one. Insert. Let's go with the lid first. Now, 1 to 2, trust me, is a bit too big, so we're going to go with 1 to 3. Changing the scale. That's the front of the lid. And then we go up to the top of the lid. Okay, so for the lid, we're going to show the top and the front. And we're going to do the same with the base as well. Insert view, insert base. Let's click on this view scale again and go to 1 to 3. And just kind of line it up there as best you can. Wait for it to go up. And there's your base. Right? You'll notice that the base is slightly smaller than the lid because it has to fit on the bottom and it's not as long, sorry. Cool. That's all our views in. So hit escape to get out of projected view. Right. Let's start dimensioning these now. Start with, now you see we've got all of these different views here. Okay. You can right click on these and change view properties to your heart's desire. Right, you can change your view scale from here. Like for example, if I change the base front from 1 to 3 to 1 to 2, which is half the size, you'll notice that it gets bigger. See what I mean? There's not enough space to kind of dimension it. So we're going to go back to 1 to 3. I only showed you that because you don't necessarily have to right click on the parts or the individual components, you can go to the feature tree and do it that way too. Okay, back to sheet 1, double click. Here we are. You can hide this. We're going to give this an overall dimensioning. Okay, so D for dimension, like I like to show, front view. Okay, let's show the width in the front. So I can't select that and expect it to go down the entire width. So we're going from corner to corner. And there we go, 132. And again, we want to go show the full height. So there to there, 44. Okay. And here we can show the height of this side alone, which should be 42. Right. And we can even show the length here, 240. Okay, I'll line it up and things like that. And then you can show how much this sticks up by, if you really want to as well, by 2 mil. There we go. Okay. For a complete assembly drawing, that is enough detail. We've got the length, 240. We've got the height of the complete object, 44 mils. And we've got the width, right? 132 millimeters. We don't need to go into that much detail here regarding the parts. We'll do that in the next page.